Good evening, folks. This is Ankur here, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, Technical Analysis, the Unbiased View. So, today we saw a dip in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. So, let's quickly have a glance what happened today. So, in Nifty 50, we saw around 38 advances and 11 declines. Correct? So, that is close to 76% advances. And overall market, we saw 50% advances, 1025 advances, around 950 declines, and 68 unchanged. So roughly 50% advances on the in the broader market. And towards the Nifty 50 we saw around 76% advances. So let's see what happened to Nifty futures. This is Nifty future charts in front of you, and I have not modified any of the resistance and support which I have been discussing with you since weekend, because I modified the support and the resistance based on the weekly close, weekly action. So these are the resistance and the support levels which was mentioned since weekend, and I have not modified, and I've been discussing with you guys on a daily basis. So today Nifty happened to make a high of 15,299, correct? And it made a low of 15,160. So the resistance which was suggested by me, it was 15,262 and 15,329. So it went up to 15,300, right? So 25 points lower than the resistance which I suggested. So perfectly matched, right? And the support, I suggested the support of 15,157, the very first support, this support, the very first support, and it happened to make a low of 15,160. So exactly there, exactly there. And if you see high also 15,300, and I have mentioned 15,325. So just 25 points low, and the support and resistance are working perfectly, right? Therefore, for this expiry, 15,157 support becomes very critical. It may happen that tomorrow or on the expiry day Thursday, Nifty can take the support of 15,157 and give you the jump. If not, if it closes below 15,157, then 15,078 is a very crucial level, and perhaps this is the absolutely buying point. Absolutely buying point. If we see tomorrow further dip, perhaps we don't see a dip tomorrow. We may see again a very range bound market within 15,157 and 15,262. Now the first resistance for tomorrow in front of us is 15,262. Correct? For tomorrow, since Nifty closed today at 15,218. So the first, a small stoppage will be 15,262. See the price action around this level, and if you see a small rejection, you can buy immediately, put for some intraday gains. So this was the analysis with respect to Nifty 50 futures. Let's see what happened in the Bank Nifty futures chart. So this is May series Bank Nifty future chart. So Bank Nifty happened to make a high of 35,193, and the resistance suggested to you was 35,452, correct? So it is much below the resistance. It even didn't make any attempt. The support suggested to you was 34,386, and the low made by Bank Nifty was 34,434, correct? So for tomorrow, again, we have a very clear level, very clear level. This we will treat it as a support, correct? And this we will treat as a resistance, and perhaps it will remain in the same range. It will remain in the same range. So resistance for tomorrow and for the monthly expiry would be 35,452. See the price action and trade accordingly, right? Coming to Amaraja batteries. Today we saw a corporate action in Amaraja batteries where a fund house sold close to 1 lakh 74, 1 crore 70 lakh shares. I would like to discuss a data on Amaraja batteries. We saw that today the fund house sold 1 crore 70 lakh 81,250 shares, correct? On the contrary, we saw some Singapore agencies, fund houses, bought 50 lakh, close to 50 lakh shares, 49 lakh 56,000 shares in the bulk deal. The interesting point in Amaraja battery, if you understand the data, this is the data of Amaraja batteries in front of you, which has all the turnover, number of trades, deliverable quantity, and percentage of delivery, correct? Date wise and price wise. See, what we have to understand now, the average volume in Amaraja battery is around 9,98,000. The average delivery on a daily basis which goes is close to 31%. Correct? 31%. So the average volume is 9.98 lakhs and the average delivery is 31%. Today, the volume in Amaraja battery was 3 crore 91 lakh 23,250. Correct? And today we saw a good delivery with 45%, which spells out to be a 1 crore 76 lakh 5,462 delivery. This is the quantity of delivery. Correct? This is the quantity of delivery. It means, and if you see one more interesting point, this Singapore agencies, they bought 50 lakh share at the rate of 746. Correct? So huge delivery has gone today. Don't see the only the action which was done by the agency where they sold a good chunk. On the contrary, we saw a huge delivery buying in Amaraja battery. Plus, there is a good bulk action of 49 lakh 56,000 share, which spells out to be 29% of this value, of this quantity. Correct? If you come to the charts, we will see another interesting point in Amaraja batteries. The immediate support, the positional support, I would say, the first is 710. Amaraja battery today happened to close at 733. So the first support is 710, which is 3.15% down from here. And the second support, positional support, is 678, which is 7.5% down from here. And on the Fibonacci, it has got a golden ratio support of 50% at 684, along with Gann wave 4 bar 1 support, which is this one, right? Which is this one, this wave. So, in my view, my personal view, this is a best time to add Amaraja batteries either on a SIP basis, or you can right enter at this point in junction, and this could be a very good price to go for a investment zone, right? With a long term mindset, this is not a short term mindset. With respect to the long term mindset, these are the levels where you can add Amaraja batteries on dips, which is 710 and 678, which is one level. 710 is 3.5% below from the today's closing, and the 678 is around 7.5% below from the today's closing, and the golden ratio 50% support is also 684. So perhaps I don't see Amaraja battery dipping more than 7.5% from today's closing. The immediate resistance to the stock available is, first is 756 and the another one is 801. So with respect to the action we saw on the volume side, on the delivery side, on the bulk deal by this three Singapore fund agencies, fund houses, right? And today we saw a 45% delivery against a volume of 3 crore 91 lakh, which spells out to be 1 crore 76 lakh. So a huge delivery has gone at a very good price. So keep this in mind, that when the fund houses have entered at 746, keep that price as a benchmark price. Correct? On if it slips below due to the market or maybe some action in the stock individually, have these levels in mind, that it has got a Gann wave support, it has got a golden ratio support, it has got a two structural support. So I don't see Amaraja battery slipping more than 7.5% from here. So it is a very good opportunity to have SIP in the stock. And in coming time, we can see a level of 810, 862 like that. Correct? It may go up to 1,000 also. So have a long term mindset in Amaraja battery, a very important stock to discuss today because a significant action happened took place in the running market. right? So don't have a negative bias uh, in the stock. One more interesting thing today happened in HDFC Bank, right? So what happened today? The Shashidharan, who is the new head of HDFC Bank, has raised some concern regarding the retail loan. Correct. And he has said that due to the second wave, there could be some slippages in coming quarters and some toughness in the collection in the retail loan due to the current second wave. And that was the reason HDFC Bank is focusing on SME and corporate loans. So today we saw that HDFC Bank has given us some good correction compared to the other banking stocks. And HDFC Bank is a leader. So when a leading bank in the industry, in the sector, is raising a concern over the retail loan due to the second wave, and they are shifting their focus towards SME and corporate loans. So it is a very right time for us to have a cautious sign. They are the market leaders, so we will have to take it in a positive manner. It is a cautious sign for banks like Small Finance Bank or Bandhan Bank or IDFC Bank. Those focus is more on the retail loan. Those have a larger exposure in the books with respect to the retail loan. So I mean, need to evaluate on a fundamental basis. You will have to see that which bank has a larger exposure towards the retail loan. So that is the reason, with the commentary coming from Shashidhar, the head of the HDFC Bank, the new head, that could be the reason where we saw a slightly more correction than compared to the other banking stocks. And HDFC Bank, as you know, that it is a leader in this sector. So the immediate support available to HDFC Bank is between 1446 to 1453. So you can take an average of 1450 on a structural basis. If HDFC Bank goes below 1450 and comes back and closes above 1450 with a good shadow, correct, a good supply from the bottom lows, so that could be the opportunity for you to trade for next day BTST. So trade like that in HDFC. Wait, see what's happening tomorrow. If it is going below, the low of the day is below 1450 and the close of the day is above 1450, if there is a some side of accumulation from the lows, correct, on 325, at 320, at 325, you can see, you can estimate the closing, you can judge the closing, and you can go for a BTST for next day. So this is how you should design and plan your trading activity in HDFC Bank. Lastly, I would like to discuss Reliance, because see, I have given you a channel in Reliance, and Reliance has been in trading absolutely within the channel. Today it came at 1960 and closed at 1963. So it took exactly, you see the magic of levels every day, how level works perfectly for us. So it went to the channel bottom and it closed just above channel bottom, which is 1963, correct. However, it closed below the 20 exponential moving average, which is not very important point, but still to discuss, since a lot of us we see moving averages. Uh, but on a open interest side, on a option chain analysis side, there is a heavy call writing, correct, and there is a support is available on the put side, but it's not as strong as call writing. And the heavy call writing is at 2000 with a high open interest. So there could be one strategy for us with respect to this current month expiry. You can sell 2000 call and square off at the end of the session at monthly expiry. So that could be one strategy in Reliance, because we have seen a good call writing. You can avail the theta in this, and you can write the 2000 call and wait for the decay. Another thing is that if Reliance closes below 1960, I have been telling you repeatedly, so it is not new. Most of you would be aware that what I'm going to say. If it closed below 1960, this is our 1960, definitely is a STBT for next day with a stop loss of close to 1960, or maybe 5 7 points above the 1960. So it will slip to the again channel 1, where the base support will be around 1900 and the resistance will be 1960. So it couldn't go up to 2027. It made an attempt of 2016 in this channel. It didn't reject from the 2027, which was the resistance for us, and it slipped. And today it took exactly, it made a low of absolutely at round figure 1960. You see, absolutely round figure at 1960. This is your low. One second, one second, one second. So this is your low 1960, correct? And this is our channel, you see, 1960. So keep an eye on Reliance also. And tomorrow, if you see again, like HDFC, I have said, if it goes below 1960, come back and settle above 1960, maybe you can go for a BTST, right? But it will not go up to 2000, that is for sure, in the current expiry. Not because it is very far from 2000, not because of that, because there is a heavy call writing and a put buying. So, call writing and put buying both is evident in the Reliance, which is a bearish option chain. So yeah, this the analysis for the day. We have discussed the market, overall market in terms of the advances and decline. The broader market was 50% advance and the Nifty 50 was 76% advance. We have discussed Amaraja battery, the highest volume and the 45% delivery, and some bulk action by the Singapore fund houses. They bought for almost 50 lakh shares against the sell off from that fund house. And plus, we saw 1.7 crore kind of a delivery, deliverable quantity today in Amaraja battery. Then we discussed Bank Nifty support and resistance level. Then we discussed Reliance, HDFC Bank, and its support. Correct. So this was today's episode. Keep sharing, keep supporting, keep subscribing. And if you find anything valuable in the channel, please do share it with your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.